Hello, everybody, and hello, especially to Chicken, our first chatter of the day. Welcome to today's stream. We have more Danganronpa today because we have more Danganronpa on the schedule. We'll try I will be doing my level best to continue the bad voice acting. Gotta make sure I stay hydrated for that. It's one of the things that I have to do especially more on the Danganronpa and other streams where I do my shitty voice acting. Oh yeah, so where we finished off yesterday in Danganronpa is that we had just found the ultimate pop star murdered inside what had been, before we did a little room swap, to help her sense of safety. So she was murdered in the shower of the main character. So give me just a couple of moments. I remembered too late that I needed to hop into the Dead, the By, and the Daylight. Because DBD earlier today, it's all good, Luna. The Haunted by Daylight, the Halloween event, officially ended a couple hours ago. And so that converted all of the leftover event trinkets over to blood points. Hey, Brian, good to see you. So just spending some of the blood points, plus it's Tuesday, so free gift in the Dead by Daylight shop. There we go. Free gift in the Dead by Daylight shop. So make sure that you do pick that up if you play the game. And Fisher has come by to say hi to everybody. If you are a sub, feel free to throw your Fisher emotes up into chat. Who doesn't understand how to redeploy software? Bad IT people? IT in Florida? But yeah, so let me get our way too loud game up. I have no way of changing the volume of this portion of the game. This is exactly the volume that it is always at for some friggin' reason. But then we get here. And the volume's... because I've lowered it all down. Game will begin from where you left off. Is it okay? Yes. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. There's a ceiling I remembered seeing before. When I set up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before.
Ah!
You're awake. Finally. Are you okay?
Yeah.
No time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
It's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream. What I saw, it was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body, then exploded out of me. What? It's... I'm trying to get close to the voice that he does, that they had selected for it. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I can see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka's completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself.
What?
Listening was man.
What
do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good's it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Prince Sayaka, he's dead. Dead. When I said it, it finally hit me. I realized she was gone. I realized she really was gone.
calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Maybe obvious? Monokuma, he told us to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced him to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong!
I would never do that. You can believe anything. You can believe that. He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up!
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times One rule.
But,
Who did it? Who killed her?
come on!
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you.
Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What? What's the matter? You guys look like you're about to see a dove get shot with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began?
Yahoo!
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right?
Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong!
No, sorry. One of you is a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact.
Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone? It is amazing that some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with a stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Huh?
Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave.
What?
Why are you laughing?
It's guys. Naive. You're just so naive. You really think it's you think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey,
You're super
come on
naive.
now.
Foolishly naive. Foolishly naive. No. Real thing has just begun.
The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold. Remember?
Then perhaps.
You're ruling for rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you are the Blackens that confirmed committed the murder, you cannot be found out by the other students. Is that what you were talking about, is it not?
In other words,
No, it's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
yahoo!
For a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin.
Last trial?
Yep. It'll be a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the Blackened who committed the murder. They will, and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the Blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which, of course, means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it. Well,
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply,
what?
it's execution. Execution?
What?
And by execution, you mean...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well done.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, and you don't do it without actually saying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me just add the rule I just described in your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind.
The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
Hey,
Hold on a second.
the hell are you talking about?
You're freaking insane. You know that?
Huh?
Huh?
What the?
The class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this? Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you talking
What?
about?
Punishment?
Hmm.
I don't know. throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be part of this.
I don't believe it.
Be so selfish.
Stop it.
You're the one who's being selfish. Do whoever you want. Got nothing to do with me.
The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear.
Shing.
I don't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first.
As he said that, he came charging at us. Although it was more of a waddle.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help to me, godly spear, Gunyear.
Oops.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't. This can't be real.
No way!
Well now,
I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really want to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? I guess you all need to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. Now you guys understand, right?
now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. Unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. He'd died. He'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
Is it really all that shot? Is it really not all that? It's really not all that shocking. He just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. Just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. In some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. It is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something?
Changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill us kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Damn it! Come on.
What do you take me for?
Monokuma!
Well now,
Anyway, that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened.
ta-da!
Through the file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I call
It's
it.
the Monokuma file!
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing. So you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? The surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. Yes, see it all go down.
So then,
Hey, so then, you know who killed Sayaka?
Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial. How could I?
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make a proper decision. It's somehow comforting.
Well,
Then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while.
And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. For who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. There's also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. That if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, he didn't show the slightest hint that he had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now's not the time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
in other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Will you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the sea certainly isn't going to help anything.
what the heck?
I think stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. This is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. Yes, that is very true, Ninja. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
that's terrible!
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. He's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation. So we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell I'm letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it. Let's do this. Just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it as like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. That's what it takes to survive, and that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I didn't know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I know I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about this securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay. And we and Lamado look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
what?
What the hell? Why? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you.
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. Wait, there's no problem.
New player co-op base defense. With the two of them, with their stats, totally OP.
We won't be able to help investigate. We're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
Still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. I gently place my hand on Jimko's lifeless body. I check hers to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but he really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. He was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries, losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? And that means... What? That means everything that's happened so far is real. It's not a joke or whatever. It's really real?
Let me out of here!
Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
what's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? Idiot.
Oh,
So you finally noticed?
What the crap?
Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the monochroma file you saved, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
huh?
Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead and take a look. Notice anything interesting about how well Sayaka died? He died in Makoto's dorm.
Ah!
She's right.
Eh?
Could it be?
All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second. You've got it all wrong. One night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
What the heck?
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues from it to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
so
well, do I really have to say any more?
actually,
I'd rather you didn't know.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I'm better at the scene of the crime. That's right. Oh, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. Whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that Evans.
You're fucking dead.
They better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave the goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We really have to do something in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is very
It was
suspicious.
you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. You're gonna kill me next.
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto was guilty yet.
That's true. We may as well at least check just check.
What do I want to do? I couldn't help but investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one blood glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, whatever. I don't think anyone is expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going.
Wait, don't get. You have to hear me out.
But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. Their parting looks at me had been filled with suspicion. Did everyone really think I'm the killer? Why did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why did it have to suspect me? Do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should look through the Monokuma we got before. Victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. Body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All of us suggest that death took place in the bathroom. Cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth. So we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. No way! I seriously don't want to die here! Help me! I beg you, God! Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Here doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Aren't you gonna help? Aren't you gonna help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Juko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. First of all, I should have seen the crime in my room. You won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. Better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Looking at the little roll, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Is this the replica sword I brought back for the self-defense? Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coatings come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing lots of its coating. Remember, the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it. So this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. That's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key in my room, key here in my room the whole time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Don't open your door for anyone. Even though I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? I'm saying that there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it. Or open it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka wasn't even here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. So she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer...
Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine the situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo,
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Munda.
what?
Ain't
What?
exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
What?
Just me. Nobody
What?
busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, you were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. It's like, why the hell would we?
Toolkit has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? Plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. How'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Maybe someone used the sword during the struggle. It doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. You could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are the scratches on the sheath?
Replica sword sheath has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
I mean, we're all tired. I mean, that's kind of the standard way of life at this point, isn't it, chicken? Just time and exhaustion. There's scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it. I was right there in the other room. If only I had heard something.
wait.
Would not have been possible. Huh?
Huh.
Remember, all of our rooms are completely soundproof. So, something could happen in the room right next to you. There's no way you can know.
Well,
This was another modicum of strategies creating an ideal setting for murder.
Evidence of struggle has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
by the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have just already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body yet. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
you son of a bitch!
Pretty bastard!
Shit,
Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
you're fucking dead.
If I ever find a son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo,
That'll get sorted out when the time comes. Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
thanks for the lurk, KF. Still appreciated.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen,
Are you a clean freak? Are you a clean freak? Huh? No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I expected, there's something very unusual about your room. It's very unusual. Unusual? What do you mean?
so
I pierced your floor from one corner to another. I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim. Not one from you. Even though you've been living here. You've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka? Or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it?
Makoto's room of cleanliness has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Bathroom. On the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She'd lost everything that made her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I had to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought held me up and supported me. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think of it like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, how'd they get it? It's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Saka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger. But that's it. The palms of both of her hands are totally spotless. So how come only her left finger...
Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her. When she broke her wrist... It must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood, there were numbers. 11037. Did Sayaka do this? In the bathroom? Yes.
it would seem...
Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. Bloody numbers? I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. As if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
You often talk like an aspiring poet. But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her use her body to block them. If you wrote them in that location, while she was sitting the way we found her, you mean she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
You're not gonna tell me.
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obviously you're not gonna tell me.
Message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door in your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
It's stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. Once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? Doorknob. What the heck? Doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem.
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So.
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one question for you. You mentioned earlier that the bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it the last night, when we switched rooms. And what you're saying is, only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I get the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
And that clears that up. What? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room.
Bathroom door has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around else somewhere else. I should start looking out where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas we're checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks. If they even talk to me, that is. Undoubtedly, someone damaged it. What the hell happened here?
Very strange.
So, why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Maybe because you were the culprit? No, you got it all wrong. Sayaka switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. What do you say was the absolute truth? You're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right?
Huh?
The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? He's dead because of me? Then it should have been me that died. Well, All we can say right now is that it's a possibility. That's really true. Then I...
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate?
Very strange. Mitsunayagi, what was my Suiganano doing in your room? Let me just say this.
Most suspicious.
I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room.
Do you really think I'm guilty? Well, let's look at the trash room. There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up.
Do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
This is stupid. It'd be faster to go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
There's a hatch on the floor. Right around. The door won't budge. It must be locked. Monocoin! Monocoin! Huh? It's definitely my room, but the nameplate says Sayaka's name on it. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. Why would anyone do that?
Nameplates has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. What did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty.
Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was going to start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started.
And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go.
Of course. That's my job, to gather up the trash and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key to the trash room gate.
Mm-hmm.
But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. I want to go into all that trouble. Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? Does seem more convenient,
So, in other words,
actually.
Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate, unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. Thrill would disappear, and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Wait, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Fatty, why do you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh,
I used to say you volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it?
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, and poking around at it.
there's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you get tired of duty and then turn to...
Completely unforgivable.
I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only 3D thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
Why are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? You're so worried about Infomi's questionable morality. There's a really very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, from picking up the trash to disposing of it.
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it?
That's not it. How am I supposed to...
Anyway, on another time, Fumi, since you are on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You got it.
So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They say he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Good Shawshank Redemption reference. Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Hifumi pulled out a key from his pocket, used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
Mr. Naegi.
Without a doubt.
Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. No. I want to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. The actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait. Maybe a parallel world.
Whatever, let's hurry up and keep looking. There's something around in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something.
Burnt piece. Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love?
Anyway, this is... looks like a piece of cloth in the shape. It's part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, it's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some evidence, some evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. Isn't enough to figure out enough by itself to figure out who the killer is.
That piece has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
There's shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball. Just not big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Is that?
Do you know what this is?
Mm-hmm.
They say if you collect 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, is that kind of thing you might see in a big city street corner? Gaze into it and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy.
I get what you're trying to say. But who does this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure.
Shattered crystal ball has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
This is the incinerators. Way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. On right now.
Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button, get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, it'll be on clean duty, so make sure you learn that before you leave. Okay?
What?
Huh? Someone's turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
For me, do you realize what you just said?
Huh? The fairy.
No, you said the last time you were here the incinerator was off.
Ah, yes. About that, there can be no escape. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check this place out. It definitely wasn't on then. Been back to the trash room since then. It says I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate.
Most suspicious.
It should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet...
That means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible?
Incinerator has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't.
Completely
What does it all mean, Mr. Nag? Will you be confessing soon?
Why me?
That's it.
We're
I'm
on
sure
you
of
did
it.
it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one.
That's like living out one of his comic book fantasies. The green button turns it on, the yellow button turns it off. Or so it seems, anyway. Let's leave the area for now. Down, down, down. I mean, that's logical. That guy's an idiot. Like, thorough idiot. Peanut, are you here investigating the dining hall? Oh, no. I'm just taking a break, actually. I've been taking a break since we started. This is all first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me keep calm. Keep me calm. No, I know I shouldn't, but I'm kind of hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Well then. There's a lot of fresh veg. There's a bunch of vegetables all piled up. I don't see anything, don't worry about any of it. Mono coin! Marbled meats, salted meats. Now's no time to be thinking about food. Monocoin. No, and you shouldn't be. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or I better see if anyone knows more about it.
Kitchen knife set has been added to the root bullet section of your handbook.
Kitchen, yes. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange if knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well,
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. And you should be able to say for sure, you can tell everyone I didn't come into the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. His account has been added
to the truth bullet section of the handbook. Of your handbook.
Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
because, I mean,
Well, she was killed in your room, right? Well, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people become good friends, and one ends up killing the other is a classic drama setup. When you consider everything together,
aw.
I honestly have no idea. We got our truth bullets, monochroma file, evidence of struggle, sword sheath, glitching rooms, toolkit, Makoto's room of cleanliness, Sayaka's wrist, dying message, bathroom door frame, bathroom doorknob, dorm nameplates, kitchen set, Aoi's account, trash duty, the incinerator, the burnt shirt piece, and the shattered crystal ball. No, that's not what I wanted. Gotta love when you gotta... when your ear itches just a little bit. Since I'm not a dog or a cat, I can't just reach up in my hind claw and scratch at my ear. Sorry about the stuff you may have missed while I was away with the advertisements. Apologize. I'm gonna go to the school store and use some mono coins because I feel like it. Got an item. So we still have such a low percentage of getting a repeat. Don't want to bother using multiples this time. And got lucky and got a second pull. Yeah, that repeat percentage only goes up when you've actually gotten probably get going. So we can see that we got in our presence. We now have Potato chips. You have 0 of the everlasting bracelets. You gave one to Sayaka before she died. Red scarf. And Shokotu's globe. The second button. Button from a school uniform, which is increasing in value as graduation approaches. In a few cases, reservations are necessary. I don't know what the whole second button thing is for. That's a Japanese school thing. Bojobu dolls, a small light. A men's fantasy. School crest. I got Taka here.
Listen to me!
You have a second, Makoto. I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens. Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything.
Got it!
Forget everything I just said. Forget beam! Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Ha ha ha! Okay, dude. Forget beam! Hey, Hiro, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here. I've had enough. I gotta break free. Hiro, snap out of it. Huh? Makoto? What are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball. But it's all smashed. What the heck?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. How did it break? What? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did the guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Is that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. You can see without a doubt that this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it.
That crystal ball has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Thanks, Hiro. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. You had to be like $1 million. Million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Actually, I'm gonna go see if I can talk to Chihiro again. Hey, Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Maybe it, or she maybe know more than she's letting on. Oh, could be. I'm gonna go check that David. The entrance hall. The store. There's the AV room. AV room! To watch a movie! There's nothing inside. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage front and center was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. He was there along with the friends she said had been so important to her. He was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly, the screen went dark. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed more than that was the figures of the other girls, who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
For the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? That really did happen. Everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would do this, would take things this far?
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Yo! You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you! I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer that you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial, where we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it. But I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom. where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Got it!
Relax, I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way.
What?
No, whoever
What?
struck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh?
Impossible.
Damn, we really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
Hey,
No point standing around here. Steadily resolve and step into the future. Just have no choice but to get this get in
well
this elevator.
then.
Let's begin.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
idea.
Hey,
You scared? No, scared isn't quite right. Like
Makoto.
I said before, it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already in the elevator when I finally stepped on. Doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy, clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how death row inmates feel, how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh,
Isn't that? Is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered its floors further and further in the bowels of the school.
Finally arrived! Ta-da! What do you think? Does it feel just like a real courtroom? Like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close, it's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and settle down.
Yoo-hoo!
Now,
We did what he said and found our seats. Seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our final case, on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Gonna set skills. Which we only have one skill, so we're definitely gonna set it. The melodious voice. Increase damage to the opponent. Damage to the opponent when the statement is destroyed. Effective during bullet time battle. Because I haven't gotten any other skills from anybody else. We only have that one. The handbook. Boots bullets. We have a little bit of information on Sayaka. But we also gained more SP. And we got the melodious voice. But she's dead, so we can't increase her stuff with her any further. This is all we can do.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
I am doing well, Luna. How are you doing today?
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
That's not gonna happen.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Shut up, Ifumi, you weirdo.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin!
Bum, bum, bum. It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. As things progress
during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to these character statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and fun!
evidence of a struggle. It's the only one we have.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
Last panel, so we can just automatically fire that one, and that's the only thing we can refute.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Correct.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Mm-hmm. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Make your argument. We just got the kitchen knife set. So we only have that one in there.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Because the object was thrust into Sayaka's stomach, it was almost certainly a knife that disappeared from a certain location.
So what was used to kill her?
I'm kind of wanting to go through and
There was some kind of sharp object
eat all of
thrust
them
into her
before I
stomach.
then do it, since I've got plenty
Without
of
a
time.
doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they...
No, that's wrong! No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Shut up, Leon.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Dun 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 dun.
You really believe that?
Right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. None of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating this consumes the focus gauge, and as the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Take your time! Well then, good luck and have fun! Need to remember to narrator. Oof. Always a count? That's kind of a big oof there, chicken.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Yes, then it's been decided. We've reached the end.
Some way to prove that I didn't take the knife. The person who was in the dining hall last night should be able to do it.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Correct.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea, I went back to the kitchen to wash my glass. One of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Boom, boom, boom.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the falling into the void sucks. And yes, definitely falling off, dying in the void in game. But yeah, definitely, if Homeboy wants to upgrade his graphics card, and he doesn't know how to do any of the shit necessary for it, then he isn't worthy of what you had in there.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Yeah.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
Bum, bum, bum.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
I was saying that it sucks that your friend died, but sometimes dying through a stupid method is kind of comedy. I think we'll go with that. And Luna's dealing with an idiot who was supposed to replace her graphics card and at least repaste her CPU, and they didn't even bother to actually screw in the old CPU when the CPU cooler didn't work properly because of positioning or because of other things. They just didn't bother to get it working properly, or they didn't bother to get it screwed in there. Exactly. Luna lost like a half a day of work because of that idiot. He literally used the thermal paste to hold on the CPU cooler instead of like the screws. Yeah. So, one of the...
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Bum, bum, bum.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here. Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Boom, boom, boom.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Yup.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Fine, Byakuya.
What? See? He did do it after all!
Shut up, Toko.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Really, Ifome?
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn it. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first hangman gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely.
As things advance further in the class trial, the hangman's gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim and press the triangle button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Good luck and have fun.
Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. You can just figure out what that something is. You do already know what it is. It was the hair.
Now I understand.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that, chicken.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair
you might
on
try
the floor.
refreshing. And it might help.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
That is true.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
No.
That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
See, not me.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Why would I kill the girl that I've had a crush on since middle school?
But are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
They did have trouble with it.
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Bathroom doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
You're a doorknob.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Because there was no lock.
This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Bum bum bum.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Yoko said it was a bewildering act. Almost didn't notice it at first. What? Is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop.
There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
Absolutely.
Zero out, the number of weak points will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Here's a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you'll fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine the weak spots. Which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Good luck and have fun!
So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to let it go through the entire conversation, and then we'll pick it.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Not
She then
incorrect.
fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her.
Right.
And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Wrong. Because...
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto?
Stop
Admit it.
fucking being an idiot,
We
Coco.
already know the answer.
Shut up, Coco. It's not because the door was locked. No, there's a different reason entirely.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Not a weak point.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Wasn't locked.
No, that's wrong.
Mail rooms don't have locks.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
Luck goes both ways, good and bad.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
That word, you keep using it. I don't think it means what you think it means.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Bum bum bum!
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That's true.
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Correct.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Point in fact. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
If we don't get the killer, we all die except for the killer, you moron.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Anybody calling for a vote at this point is literally just acting as an accomplice for the killer. Or they are the killer themselves.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh, you.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Debatable, especially if you've watched any of the stuff from Lockpicking Lawyer and those guys. And Lock Sport people.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Shut up, Hifumi.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular. Because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because we switched rooms. Doing good, Luna. Doing well.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Yup!
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Ah!
Huh?
Huh?
Which means, only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
Bum bum bum!
So, Makoto, did you write this?
I did not.
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Bum bum bum! Then that note... Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Sure, okay, Fumi.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Sure.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Gonna be just a couple of moments. Gonna do one more. No. Make your argument. Dorm nameplate.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is... This is going to be about 30 more seconds, so I can wait for... So I can wait for the ad break to end. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. And now that you all are back, the killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's. And the reason for that is... It has to be because of what got switched between my and Sayaka's rooms. The dorm
Sayaka
name.
and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, that's wrong.
Because the nameplates were switched.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Indeed they did. Indeed!
They got switched?
Indeed! Indeed!
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Indeed.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other. So switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
No, it was not.
Right? Okay, then who did it?
It's real simple. There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person knew we had switched rooms. Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the room wrong, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
That is true. That is very, very true.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
That's true. That's true.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
That is also true. He is a goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
That's true.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. She's got the gold on the wrist from the sword.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
The leaf wasn't put on the sword very well.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn.
There's a little bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
Absolutely.
Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the L1 to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release L1 to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down L1 and then use the left stick to select the specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. But this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun!
Bum 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 bum.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. Sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
Dun 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 dun. Why would she need to have a hit kitchen knife hidden away?
Her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched.
Yup.
See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
That's true.
If you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yes.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
That's true.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
And that would be Sayaka.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No,
So she
you're a
grabbed
moron.
the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
You have a moral compass. You are the ultimate moral compass. But murder is not moral, so you're completely out of your fucking element, Taka. You absolute bellend.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use the sword, which part of your body would you have to touch it? Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
The gold.
Like I
leaf.
said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
That gold leaf. That pesky, pesky gold leaf.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
That's true.
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
After dark, the water's turned off.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
That has nothing to do with it, you idiot.
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens in the bathrooms at nighttime. The water was off. Not that she's afraid of water, it's not that it can't remove it. The water was off. Because after nighttime,
According
the water
to the
gets turned off.
Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
It's turned off, water's turned off at 10.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to, who had to have been without the sword was Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But
Yep.
we already said that the attack started with...
The kitchen
The
knife.
person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
She had. Obviously. What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms. correct?
She was using me as a patsy and in a block so that she could get away with the murder and get away scot-free by blaming everybody. But it didn't go as well as she'd thought, as she'd hoped.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
It, in fact, is a possibility.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She
Yeah?
wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
A little bit.
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid, or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Yup.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Yup.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Indeed, it did backfire.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Unfortunately.
Because...
Hey, hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
That's right, Kyoko. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her. What can I do? We can wait 35 seconds. And now that we're back, obviously I'm committed to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Make your argument. Dying message. Our final truth bullet.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
There's still one clue left, I'm sure of it. Thaga left it on the wall when she was leaning up against.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Objection!
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dying.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote the message, and I can prove it. Right wrist, fatal wound, or the left index finger is on her left side, so that had to be it.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it.
Objection!
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Not quite, if you really look at it.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa! You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Bum 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 bum.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
It can. Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Yup.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
Yup.
So, whose name did she write?
Thaga's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn their message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. And since this was really released on the Vita, you could literally flip the console over. But there's only one it could be with that. Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What? Are you gonna moan like Mr. Kennedy?
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
It really isn't.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Bum 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 bum.
Huh? You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence Leon tried to get rid of. That thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator. The burnt piece of shirt.
I got it!
Got it!
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
Because they didn't get it all the way in the incinerator.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
There's only one way I could have gotten into that damn incinerator. And I don't think that the fanfic writer or the moral compass would be able to do it.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But
are you finally starting to understand?
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How it was disposed of.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Wrong.
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. That's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Make your argument. The shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
Not really.
Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
There absolutely was a way to use the incinerator without using the trash room key, but it would only work with the ultimate baseball star. The killer was able to turn the incinerator on by using something I found on the ground nearby.
The key to the trash room? Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No, that's wrong.
Objection!
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
Objection!
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on? Strange. I'm quite seniors off the last time I was down here.
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
Yup.
If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Very true.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
About the distance from the pitcher's mound to home plate.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because they're the ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Exactly.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shifter brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Boom, boom, boom! And I'm actually going to step away for a few moments since the ad break's going to kick in here in just a few moments. In about 30 seconds. And that way we can go with the closing arguments once we're back from the ad break. I'm going to stay right here. On the screen, I am going to step away and make myself a beverage. Get a little more liquid on my vocal cords. I'll be right back. Nomi, sorry about that delay. Review the incident one more time to make the crime perfectly
And with
clear.
that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon, but all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed.
Bum, bum, bum.
Now here's what happened.
Argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more?
Absolutely.
Every case has at least one element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give the complete summary of the case. You have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice in the comic book there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim in the missing piece section and press the cross button, holy cow, you get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun!
Closing argument. Let's see.